What's up, DJ?
Hey.
What's going on? What's going on? I heard it was your birthday yesterday.
It was.
What'd you do?
My bestie.
Rebecca, why you gotta bring Rebecca right now? I gotta introduce Rebecca.
Oh,
Leave
okay.
Rebecca alone.
Okay. We went out, went to dinner. Had a time. The time was had.
OG said he wanted you to bring a sugar daddy for the money.
I know.
How did that go?
I was trying, but
You didn't shop good, huh?
no.
Why?
I would date the sugar daddies like white girls.
Huh? They what?
They're like white girls.
Since when?
You should have saw. It was like white girls.
Rebecca, is that true?
Yeah.
Sugar daddies like white girls?
It
Huh?
depends on where you go though. Like if we go to the older clubs with the older senior citizens, it's not.
Not the senior
But
citizens.
if you go to the other clubs, like Forget Me Not and stuff, it's younger crowds, but they're normally the black men are normally like looking for the white women. That's what they gravitate to, and I feel like it's because they feel like they're easier.
They can
Like, they'll
control
still-
them more.
They'll still interact with us and be
I'm
like my
about to ask
sister.
That question's coming. Okay, why you think that's easier?
I feel like it's a respect thing. Like honestly.
Please elaborate.
I feel like sometimes when you're out and about, like they'll like respect you, give their seats up, be like, my sister, my queen, like how y'all doing? But it's not the same kind of conversation that they're having with other races. It's more like they're looking for the easier access to smash, whatever the case may be.
So
Not only that, I feel like they can control them a lot easier than
How? Because when you say control now, it's you know, you open up, you know, you're trying to open a different door when you say they can control them. Control them how?
as in like the things that you would tell a woman of color
Uh-huh.
to do or say, like we wouldn't do that. But if you tell them, they may do it. Does that make sense?
So do you think? I didn't bring this up. Yeah, I brought it up. So do you think they're more approachable than our sisters?
At times.
At times.
I
Yeah.
also think it depends on what you're giving off. Like
I got one.
Mm-hmm.
In New York.
Mm-hmm.
How easy it is to approach a sister.
In New York?
Hell nah.
New York is a different environment.
Exactly. So, you know, I feel like it also depends on where or wherever you going to be at, basically. Like, if you in New York, it's a different game.
Different vibes, it's a different game.
You know, they're aggressive over
Well,
there.
where does
so.
okay? Now it's better, right? Nowadays, it's okay to find a white girl in the Bronx or in Brooklyn,
Right.
or in Queens or whatever. You couldn't find that when we were in New York. You can't see a white girl in the Bronx.
Nope.
If you see a white girl or a white dude, he's driving 100 miles an hour to get the fuck out of there. He's flying.
Yeah.
That's not it. Now you can find, you know,
Yeah.
you can approach,
Back
you
then,
know, and
yeah.
all that. But this is a different conversation, man.
Yeah, you know more
Yeah.
than we do.
Nigga, what?
You know.
Nigga, what?
So please elaborate and let us know.
No. See, I lost touch. That was what?
10
Years ago.
Over 10 years ago.
Yes. So I not that I would have a problem with it, but for me, it was more. I wouldn't say convenient. It happened naturally for me there at that time.
Right.
You know, it wasn't. That's where it was. That's where my luck was. That's what I lacked at the time, and that's what I went for. It wasn't because sisters are this way or this. But we talked about this before, right?
Yeah.
How our parents and the people around us and everybody kind of fed us this thing of, stay away from the black ladies. They you know, dramatic. They will cause you trouble. They'll put you in trouble and all that stuff. But as you grow older, that's not the case. At least not for everybody, right? Because you can't speak for everybody's experience. Because some people have, we seen niggas went through shit with, you know, sisters. Right. So but I won't make it a general thing for everybody.
But do you think that that's more of a cultural thing than anything? Because like you're saying that's what you were told, but like growing up in my household, like being a Black American, it was a little different. It's like you treat Black women with respect or things of that nature. It's like they are the people that you protect, things like that. Like I have 2 older brothers, and it was very different for them, like growing up, because my mom was always like, Black women are what I want you guys to be with, and maybe it wasn't like the way to go, like to push them into like one race over the other, but essentially that's how we were raised, is to be like, you respect your women. So
it's for us. It's not about respecting, from the standpoint of which I was speaking about us being told, oh, be careful, this and this. It's not about respect. You respect your woman, whatever color she is. Yeah. The difference was, and I'll put it this way, and every when our people come in, like our old uncles and the pops, they date a certain type of woman. Let's put it this way, and they meet the trouble that comes with that type of woman, and that's their experience.
Yeah.
Right. So they use that and they give that to us, because this levels to everything.
Right.
But they have their level in which they were, and they kept that and that's the mentality that that's what they witnessed.
Yep.
But we grew up. Here you are. He's Deja. He's Rebecca. You can get married to either one of them and have them and be okay.
Yep.
But that's just, time has evolved and people change and people see different. If somebody insert fear in you from a young age, and then you see, because there's things around you can see, there's people you're seeing a lot of them. That sticks with you. We seeing old niggas that were here that get slapped every day, that brings their paycheck, and the lady takes the paycheck at the door, close the fucking door, and tell him to go do something else. We're seeing it.
Oh yeah.
And he goes sleeps at his friend's house, and you, a young kid, you see that. What do you think it? And they tell you, hey, this is what's gonna happen to you if you don't be careful. What do you think you're gonna do?
You're gonna be careful.
You're gonna be careful. You're gonna win. So it's
or
not.
you just make better decisions.
You see, but you don't know better.
But you don't know, because that's, as a young kid,
You don't
that's what
see.
you witness. That's what you
That's
know.
what you see.
Right, but as an adult, you now have that ability to like understand.
Oh, but that's what I just said.
Yeah.
Now we understand the difference, because now we're growing and we went through it. And that's what I was saying to Mo the other day. If you think coming in here and you choose to go find an African woman because you were told that that's gonna be better and all that, you just fuck yourself.
Yeah.
I also think though that, like, me being a Black American, you're supposed to marry a Black American, so that way your genes will last.
Yeah.
You guys being different African men, your traditions will go on and so on and so forth. I think that also was part of the problem.
Yes.
Because pops and grandma and grandmas, they want us to carry on the traditions.
Right.
But then as we get older,
And plus, people don't understand this, Rebecca. If I take you back home and you don't speak, you don't say nothing, I get off the airport and we just walk out, you grab your bag and walk. Ain't nobody know you're not from there.
Right.
Nobody till you speak. So what's the difference? Jeans are not jeans, black is black. It don't matter what the fuck it is. You just speak different language. But that's all there is. If you walk down the street back home, ain't nobody know you're not from Ghana, Burkina, whatever the hell that is, nobody knows. Because you're not a minority there. You just, you, that's where you fit in. So that's different though. We just got the fear put on us.
Yep.
That's from a young age. Right? So you being married, y'all been married for how long?
9 years this year.
9 years. What would you say the difference is between dating an African man versus dating our cousins?
Your cousins.
Cousins. That's what they are, cousins. That's what it is. We just got separated a long time ago from Uncle John and whatever. That's all it is. So what do you think that the difference is?
I can't really say there's a difference. Like, he's a man. No different.
Rebecca might have
the
a different
difference
answer
though,
to
like
that.
Rebecca, you dated an African man before?
I'm divorcing an African man.
Oh, right now.
Yes.
From what country?
Hey.
Ghana.
Oh, y'all like yourself some Ghanaian.
Whoa.
Wait a minute, mine's in
Yeah.
Well, he's not really Ghanaian.
Hair Ghanaian dude is way different from
You Ghanaian by just ways of
by default.
default. You're not really
That's what I
Ghanaian.
think the difference is. My husband is 6 years in America.
6 years?
Yes, so he's very traditional.
Did you went and picked him up from Ghana?
I don't know. There were some things that were relatable, like the fact that we're both Christian.
Mm.
But I think that's about where it ended. But what I did appreciate about him was his discipline.
Mhm.
And I will say that's different from what I've encountered
Mhm.
with some of the black men that I've dated. It's
Mhm.
like, and I mean, any man can be disciplined,
Yeah.
but to see it like in the aspect of
Consistently.
he has consistency.
Yeah.
Like, I do respect that about it. But what I didn't really like relate to was some of his nuances, like his thought process and just certain things that he was not willing to bend on. That
Like,
also-
give us an example.
to respect myself, I can't.
That's
I
fair.
get that. But 6 years though, in the state,
Mhm.
that's fresh off the boat.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a lot of habits.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of induced mindset from childhood that you can't just shake off.
Mm-hmm.
Like that boy might be who you want him to be, but maybe in 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
After he went through the
Mm-hmm.
tribulations and all that, then he started to realize, well, I think I gotta change my ways a little.
Mm-hmm.
But fresh, it's hard.
Yeah. You know, I told you this already.
You did,
Yeah.
but I got married before I told anybody. So
Yes,
I
you did.
found out
Mm-hmm.
after the fact because I fell in love with the representation.
So you learn on the job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
That's part of life too, though.
I did though, but I was just like, okay, yeah, things aren't what they always seem to be. So,
Yeah.
Trust that,
I
too.
told you as soon as you said you got married to a Ghanaian dude, I'm like, yo, I ain't trying to bash the man, but bring the guy around. Let your people see him, fill him out.
Yeah.
But she just.
But I understand.
But in
it,
her
too.
defense,
Mm-hmm.
she fell in love with him.
Yeah.
She had her love goggles on. She didn't care about outside views because she was in love.
Mm-hmm.
I do
But guess
understand
what,
why
though?
though.
But see, that's the difference, though. Us, when we meet a girl, we bring them around the homies to get the feel.
Oh yeah.
You know, yeah, she know. She know.
She was with the homies.
Exactly.
I
So she know.
She was with the homies.
Exactly.
Man,
I probably got invited before you did.
yes,
Honestly.
she was cock rocking the whole fucking night.
The whole time.
Yeah, I sure was.
Jimmy's like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take them home. Y'all go ahead and go home. Uji's like, fuck
Fuck
that.
that. I'm taking them home. I sure did.
He's like, nah, I'm gonna do that, bro. Y'all can go ahead and head home, man.
he knew.
He knew.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck that.
He
Y'all
said.
go.
But he had seen me before.
But he never spoke to you.
But he never spoke
Yeah,
to
we
me.
never spoke. It was at the
But
African club.
He knew. He always tells me that
Yeah.
the first time I seen you, I knew you were gonna be my wife.
Mm-hmm.
He
And
knew.
then,
He knew.
and then we were at Kiki house.
Mhm.
That's when you and Lori. What's her name?
Lauren.
Lauren. Yeah.
Yeah. Remember we were at Kiki house?
Yeah.
She brought them to the house.
Oh yeah.
That was
She
the
used
night-
to work with you too.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was the night they said they can outdrink us.
Yo.
Yeah.
That night Jimmy was pissed off.
Yes. Oh,
Jimmy's like, what's
yeah,
wrong
right.
with your boy, man? I'm like, he ain't usually like that, but
That's because he knew.
he
Yeah.
said today he said no. So hey man, I said just let it be, man. let it go.
Yeah.
Let this one go. Sometimes you win, you lose some.
Exactly.
Today you losing, so it is what it is. It is what it is,
Mhm.
you know. So now that y'all brought this topic up, I want to stay on it a little bit more because I want to pick your mind and I'll pick your mind. Because do you think our sisters are approachable in the sense of? Do you think they're easy to deal with? Because because
Okay,
there's
go ahead.
this thing out there,
Mhm.
right, in which a lot of black men kind of goes the opposite side and says that our sisters may be a bit difficult or they got a mouth of them and it's hard to, do this and do that. What's your thought? Because
Okay,
we get that firsthand today.
but I feel like that's a stereotype. Okay? I've been black for 34 years.
Okay.
A black woman,
Fair.
34 years.
Fair.
I don't feel like we're unapproachable.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's also in how y'all approach us.
Okay.
Which, hear me out. Hear me out.
Okay. I want to
If-
listen to this one.
if y'all approach us
Mhm.
like with an attitude or being mean or something, of course my demeanor is going to change. How you approach me is going to affect how I approach you. See what I'm saying?
Hold on. If we approach you being mean, but you do know a lot of time brothers don't approach a woman in mean way.
I could see what she's saying. I don't think that is necessarily that you're approaching someone in a mean way. I think it's a deeper layer than that.
Mhm.
Like, I think it's more along the lines of sometimes how we're out in public or whatever. I feel like we're often viewed sexually. Like, it's more of a sexualized thing than anything. So it's like a lot of times we'll get approached because we have like big boobs or big breasts, and it's very disrespectful in that way. Or it's like, hey, or it's like,
Okay,
And that's-
give us a quick example of that, because
Yeah.
if that's what we attracted to, right?
Yes.
It's not like we're coming at you and then saying,
Yes, that's
exactly where I
was coming.
yeah, I'm not coming straight
Have
to
to
that.
be
But
attracted
here's the
to
thing.
you.
Sometimes though, like we getting dressed, we looking cute.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going out there in hopes of like, oh yeah, I hope somebody talk to me. I'm just trying to throw my shit on and be cute
and be out with my friends.
and be out with my friends.
Right.
And then here y'all come like, oh, hey, shorty, let me talk to you. No.
No, I'm talking in the sense like you're not in that category right now. You out, right? So what I'm saying is, you guys were single and out because those are the people we're talking about.
Mhm.
In order, what's attraction, right? If I see something that I like, because I cannot see you and be like, oh, I know she got a good character. I know she's a God-fearing woman. I know she's this. I don't know none of that.
Mm-hmm.
So what brings me to you first is you looking good. You dressing, you got what I like and all that. That's what brings me to. So in a sense, it's not disrespectful. A man is hunted by nature. So if I see what I like, that's what I'm coming for. Now I get to know the real you after that.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't lead with that. Even if you see what you like,
Mhm.
how much?
How
do
do
you
I
think-
lead? I lead like I don't like you?
No, you lead like you look like you buy like I'm a piece of meat and you trying to eat me.
How do you know?
But okay, so
No, if you walk up to me licking your lips like, damn,
that is a young man game.
Exactly.
That is.
Okay, I think it sounds so silly, but I think about it in the terms of like the Chris Brown song "Yo, Excuse Me, Miss." Like it's more of a respectful tone than it's like "Yo, ma, what's up?" Like
damn,
that's-
shorty.
exactly like that.
If somebody's approaching you that way, that means you're attracting a younger crowd.
right.
You dressing to attract.
I was
that
talking to
already.
an old 40-something-year-old dude yesterday that approached me like that.
What was he dressed like?
Yeah.
He was dressed in slacks and
And he had-
yes.
He
He had on a nice
like a
pea
nice
coat.
jacket.
Hold on.
And-
What size was it? What size was the suit? Was it big on him?
No, it fit him.
Or is it fitted?
He was fitted. He smelled nice. Everything.
That's
but
an
he was
old
like,
YN right there.
He was an old YN.
There you go. You just confirmed it.
I was like, no thank you.
See?
But I'm
See?
saying, and that's my point. Like, don't approach me in that way.
Right.
Like, at the end of the day, I think it's what it is too, is that a lot of us have a lot of high standards and a lot of respect for ourselves in general. So it's like we kind of expect that in return, and it's sometimes the way that we present. We're like, don't come at me with that. Like,
But could it be wrong the way y'all react to it?
it could
also?
be.
It could be.
Because I know there are times where I have a stank face. Like, I really be. Ask anybody. When she first met me, you can ask her. Like, I know that about myself, though. And it's like something that I know I'm not. But again.
So opposed to being like very nice for you, coming over
Right.
here, blah blah. But unfortunately, I'm here with somebody. Just playing it casual and simple and moving on instead of being a bit difficult at a time, and at time, and stinky face and all this. I think.
But I'm never difficult. That's the thing, though. It's just it's my look, like my face. I'm never difficult. Like, once you talk to me, I will have a conversation with anybody. Like, I'll talk to anybody. It's just my normal demeanor, and I know sometimes I need to work on my face, but it's not so much that. Like, I'll talk to anyone. I mean, I don't know. You met me. I probably thought I was like, oh. What the fuck is wrong with Rebecca?
That's what I
thought. Is wrong with me. Like, I just really be like, I'm a loner at times. I'm very good with my own company. Like, and that's just who I am. So it's like I don't need to be out and about. And I think that sometimes that gets mistaken for like, oh, she's stuck up, these things like that. She's unapproachable. But it's really just like, I'm here in the mix, but I'm chilling. Like,
Is there room for our sisters to kind of do a little better to change that narrative?
I think
Yes.
we are doing better to change that narrative too. I think it's like even in the tone of the soft girl era, I think we are trying to like make that our normal because we know we already like deal with a lot of BS on a daily basis to the point where I think we don't really have that ability to like turn it off and on. And I think now we're trying to get to a place where we can like be soft in our own like femininity and things like that.
But I think y'all also have to give us grace because we have to get to that soft girl stage.
Exactly.
We're just not there yet. Like, we have to get there.
I think men want to give that grace, but I think the new generation has been steered away so far out, right? With the we independent thing. I don't need no man. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And, men just being pushed to the back burner. So these men don't want to be men no more. They're like, you know what? And equality, we all equal and all this stuff. Well, if we equal, then I guess you can do what I can do. Why do I have to pursue you? I mean, you see me, you like me, you can also come this side.
That's true.
Because we're all equal now.
And it's true.
That's true.
I mean, I will be the first to say it. Before I met my husband, I was a single mom. I'm a single mom again. But it's not so much that it's the role that I've chosen, it's the roles that I've been given. But at the same time, I also know that I am a woman.
Yeah.
I know that I am very feminine. I know that I have the capability of like softening.
Yeah.
Like, these are all things that I know about myself. But at the same time, it's like I have to make sure that every day that I wake up that I'm providing for my child.
True.
So it's like that's my main focus. That's the main like drive that I've always been in. And it's like, but I also know that I have the capability of softening. But the person that steps up also has to be they have to understand that and also be very aligned with what I'm trying to do. Because at the end of the day, I can bend for any man.
Yeah.
I've known that to be true. But I'm just not going to do it if it don't make sense.
If it don't make sense.
So,
I mean, that fair,
That makes sense.
right? It makes sense. How do we get these young fellas to become more traditional, to backtrack this way?
I think that's gonna take a bit.
I kind of agree with you.
That's gonna be a learning curve.
Yeah.
But I
Honestly.
think in some ways too, there are some of the things that I do agree with for men, because I also feel like I grew up with two older brothers, and it's like you have to, like, they have this weight that they're carrying for themselves too, like
Absolutely.
the protectors, the providers, and things like that. So they don't also get to have that I'm about myself like
No.
type of thing either. And I think that now it's more of a societal norm for men to like seek out mental health, for them to seek out their own like well-being, for them to like be in hobbies, for them to be in things that truly like push them to care for themselves too,
Mm-hmm.
and not just be it. So I think that's why that equality part comes into play. But I feel like if I'm going to be in a relationship with someone, yes, it is more of a partnership now, because we have to both be in a place that we're clear and sound and mentally
So when
stable.
you say partnership, do you mean 50-50 partnership?
If
or
I feel like if it has to be
75-25, like what?
I feel like when you're thinking about it, that's more of a financial thing. And honestly, it really with the financials, it really
No, I'm not saying
plays
just
a big role.
financial,
Yeah.
but I'm saying like
because where would 75
okay, let's say
come
like
into play like in a marriage
dinner, like who does the cooking, who does the laundry, who does the cleaning,
I
like
think
is that
I really
in that
do.
part 50-50?
I don't think that that's 50-50. I think that depends on what the household structure is. Like, there may be somebody, like, let's say the wife is a lawyer and
Mhm.
the husband is, like, in some admin clerical position job. So the wife is probably outside of the home most
Right.
of the time because of her work. So there's that partnership in place to where the husband may do more of the home stuff, or he may help out in that way because he understands like that's what's going on. But it's not like a disrespect thing. It's
Right.
just like this is the nature of how the house is ran,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not. And if she, like that's the help that she's getting, she shouldn't be like, oh, I'm the breadwinner. It should still be like that kind of partnership. It's not to say like I'm over you in that way, because a marriage really should be about a partnership as far as like what you agree upon
Mhm.
in that. So I don't think that really should play the factor, because roles change, and roles will change. Like there may be a point where you make more money than your husband and you have to do more than him
Mhm.
because of whatever, he gets sick, things like that. Like I just have seen marriage in a different way because my mom also had to take care of her husband who had dementia for 5 years.
Mhm.
So automatically she becomes the person who has to do a lot more.
Well,
And
even
then
like
vice versa. Like she had cancer.
right.
He became the person that did more. So for me, that's why I'm like, marriage that's a like to me, that's a minimal conversation
Mm-hmm.
outside of the whole picture. It's like, what are we building together? Like, what are we trying to accomplish together? What legacy are we leaving for the kids that we have?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like those are the bigger picture things than me like having a conversation about who has 75-50. Like, you know what I mean? So
I get that. I get that to a certain extent. But let's say you healthy, your man is healthy, regardless of what the situation is. I personally think there's things a man shouldn't do. Maybe it's the African side of me.
Okay.
Fair enough. But I also think that there's things that men should do.
Like what?
Pay the rent.
Mm-hmm.
A man shouldn't share
His household.
in which his family sleeps in. That should not be. His woman should not have to put one penny into that, because you provide shelter for your family.
Mm-hmm.
So if the minute your wife or your girlfriend pays half of the rent, you no longer have a wife. You have a roommate.
Mm-hmm.
That is how I see it. So let's say in the context in which you're speaking, the man is whatever and she's a lawyer. But yet he chooses to pay, because of his manhood, take care of certain bills because he believes that this is his duty.
Mm-hmm.
And he does that to the best of his ability, even if he doesn't have a penny left. Do you still say, oh, it's because I'm a lawyer, I'm not home, I don't do this, so I can't do this? Or do you say, you know what? I see where his mindset is. Okay, let's try to figure this thing out.
No, and that's the exact logic that I would have with that. It's like, it's not to say that because I make more than you. It goes back to that, like, if that's what you want to do, if you want to, like, so that I'm not making you feel like you're not a man or whatever the case may be. And I think that is also the thought process of the woman to understand, like, I don't want to take your manhood away from you because this is what you need to feel as a man. And I don't want to disrespect you in that way. So it's like, if that's what you need to do, by all means.
See that right there? See that right there? It does not exist much. It is missing in a lot of the younger generation. It's my way or no way. It's no, I can't do this or this and this. You don't resolve shit. You don't make nothing by being that way. The minute the man, you struck a man's ego, you try to wear his pants, everything goes left. Women have more power than they even realize. I tell my daughter all the time, you don't need to argue. Just be soft enough. The nigga will do whatever you want.
But sometimes, yeah.
But you learn your man.
You do, but sometimes you gotta argue so that I tell him, you have to listen to me. Like, I have to argue so you understand what I'm saying. Like if I tell Kimani, like if I tell my son, don't do that. Tell him nicely. Don't do that. Kimani, don't do that. But then as soon as I get loud, then you understand. You see what I'm saying? So I do feel like sometimes I have to argue a little bit.
But that's different though.
So that you can hear me.
That's Kimani.
No, with him too.
Mm-hmm.
So
even with him, I tell baby, don't do something. He don't listen to me. So then I tell him again, baby, don't do that.
Then he don't listen again.
And he don't listen again. And then he knows that I'm getting mad.
But he's still gonna do it.
And then I'll say, Isaac, don't fucking do that.
He's like, okay, I got
and
you.
And then he understands. You see what I'm saying? So like, I feel like I have to like be like that because I have to get my point across.
Yeah. So you technically have smaller Gimani and
yes. Yes. I have 2 sons.
It do feel like that.
It do feel like that sometimes though.
It was like,
my wife be having up, I can walk home, my socks are going left, my shoes are over here. She's just like, whew.
Yeah.
Clothes, my shirt, where I sit at, that motherfucker stays right there. So she, like, it's hard to change those habits.
I know.
We're just boys, man.
I know.
Boys are gonna do what boys do.
That's true.
But it doesn't mean we don't respect.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean we don't love y'all. It just means we're still gonna be boys at the end of the day, right? The reason why we want you guys around is to balance that, because we don't know how to balance. You keep us in line. You balance things. Hey, this is not right. Sometimes we can't even see certain things. Right. But y'all can see it. Hey, baby, I don't think this is, that right there. Even by investing in here, I don't think it's gonna work out. Right? I think you should wait up a little bit. These are things we don't see, because when we see something, tunnel vision, we out.
Y'all zoned in.
Meanwhile, you over here thinking mathematics. You know, no, I don't think this is gonna work out, baby. But we already halfway there.
I know.
Right?
I know.
Sometimes I'm just like, you're gonna learn.
You're gonna learn one day. Then you get heated and we come back. Well, I appreciate you guys for showing up, man. We gotta do this again. We gotta have this talk. Because y'all brought something up. We gotta get into the roots of it. Right? And we're gonna have Rebecca. Rebecca seems like she has a lot of emotion behind it.
Yeah, she got a lot on her chest.
Yeah, she got a lot on her chest. She didn't want to go too deep into the personal. But I know she got more to say, and we're gonna talk about it. Appreciate you guys for showing up.
Thank you for having us.
Always. My man.
You know it.